Everybody asks me what the major highlights are. The highlight is that we're back and we've got rAge happening again in South Africa, which is a new venue. There's new people. It's quite exciting. Look, some of the major highlights obviously is the Intel Africa Masters. They're flying guys in from the continent to compete, which is fantastic. We've got a lot of big retailers here. There's lots of things to see and do. Definitely, I'm not going to list highlights, but there's plenty to do. It's like the rAge of old, but very different. We expected to have over 35,000 people this weekend. And from other countries, we got from Nigeria, I know, some up in North Africa, and then I do know that some people do come from Zambia, Zimbabwe, those sorts of places. It's not a lot, but we do have those guests. We have a RGB Gaming here, and they are running a Minecraft tournament this weekend, where we've got, I think, 10 or 15 schools, maybe more, that are sending kids here with their teachers to participate in a Minecraft competition. So, I mean, that's probably the most incredible thing you could say in a sentence if you're talking about esports and the growth in education. So I think it's fantastic that all these schools are getting involved and making esports a thing in their curriculum, and the teachers are involved. So that's all just a fantastic job that we're seeing there.
We've missed rAge for the last few years. It's been a really exciting event, and I'm just happy that I can host the Intel Africa Masters inaugural tournament finals here at rAge. It's so exciting for me to bring teams from all over Africa to compete in the inaugural tournament for Intel Africa Masters. I think that specifically for me, we've been working for years to try and get a tournament kicked off, to create a meaningful tournament for African gamers, and being able to do it here at rAge is really awesome. The tournament kicked off about 6 months ago, and we had 385 teams registered for the tournament, so way beyond my expectations. Super happy about that. We had regional finals in Egypt, so North Africa, which is Algeria, Morocco and Tunisia, and then in Nigeria and South Africa. And what we did was we flew the winners from each one of those countries down here to South Africa to compete in the finals. So we've got representation from North Africa, Nigeria and South Africa in the finals this weekend. So over the last few years, during the COVID pandemic, we've actually seen double-digit growths in gaming, globally in fact. We saw in this year, in 2022, according to a Newzoo report, there are over 35,000 esports tournaments globally, like this one. We think that esports tournaments next year will reach an audience of just over 577 million people. So the audience is just getting bigger and bigger every year, and there's no signs of it declining. I think we've got a long way to go in South Africa. I'm very impressed with the turnout that we have here at rAge. I'm very impressed with the quality of the players that we have, but it's obvious that we are a bit behind in terms of international competition, and I think that's what a tournament like Intel Africa Masters can do, not just for South African gamers, but for gamers like Kip from Nigeria or Algerian team. I think it builds a platform for us as Africans to be able to compete and up our standards and then go and compete internationally. I think that when we launched Intel Africa Masters, it was a daunting task. It required a huge amount of investment, but not necessarily the returns that you would expect. But I was very happy to see that when we worked with the rest of the ecosystem here in South Africa and also in North Africa, Nigeria and Egypt, so I'm talking about the retailers, the gaming agencies, the vendors, all of them pitched in and did their bit to make Intel Africa Masters a success. So I certainly think that the ecosystem sees the value in gaming and in the gaming community, and are starting to make the investments that we need to grow the community. But the last time we spoke was just a few months ago. It feels like it was just a few months ago, where we launched Intel 12th Gen technology, and this was the launch of our new hybrid CPUs, which is the performance and efficient cores. And now a few months later, we are launching Intel 13th Gen desktops, and it's part of our strategy. We committed to the CPU community that we'll deliver 5 nodes in 4 years, and we are living up to that. So this is the next iteration. Intel 13th Gen was officially launched here at rAge. We also launched yesterday, we spoke about Intel Arc. There are 4 trends in the next era of gaming, just streaming, high performance graphics, virtual and augmented reality, and then accessibility. And under that pillar of high performance graphics, we've just launched Intel Arc here in South Africa. We have a SKU available here at rAge to go and check out. I think graphics technology is improving significantly, and now that there's more competition in this space, we'll see better products and better pricing. So very happy to announce that Intel graphics cards are now available in South Africa.
I'm from Nigeria and I'm here to play in the Intel Africa Masters. We started qualifiers about midway through the year, I think around May, June. So we had to play other teams in our region to get here. It was a cakewalk, but we still did have to fight really hard. We gave it our all, and thankfully we were able to make it here, and I'm glad we had the opportunity to get here. So the biggest benefits has been exposure. I feel like I've learned a lot from coming here. I've gotten to experience competing at the highest level. I've gotten to meet different types of people from different walks of life. I feel like the experience I've gotten from this event here at rAge would continue to, was something that would kind of bolster me to grow, not only as a person but as a gamer, and yeah, I'm excited for that.